I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So I wanted to share my feelings with you about meditation and whether you should meditate with your eyes open or your eyes closed. We can also touch upon healing as well, and your vision as a psychic, because we're all psychic. None of us are any or more less psychic than others. It's just different parts of our brain that we've trained or activated and have regained the wisdom and the power and the knowledge of how to use and access. Someone that sees into the spirit world is not any more of a psychic than someone that doesn't, that has never practiced it. It just means they've never practiced it. I'm not a golfer, but it doesn't mean that I'm not as good a golfer as anyone else, or have the potential to be as good a golfer as anyone else if I put my heart and my soul into it. We've all got the potential. It comes down to discipline, determination, and your will to want to do it. So let's get back to meditation. When you meditate with your eyes closed, you shut out those other elements of the human world that could interfere, such as lights, such as the scenery around you, such as other people. It's like when you wear headphones. You shut out all of the other noise, you kind of solidify your environment and immerse yourself into it, because all you can hear is what is in the headphones. You can't hear the bird tweeting, you can't hear the car going past the window, you can't hear the people talking in the next room. That doesn't mean to say that when you go into meditation it's best to wear headphones. Something that I feel everybody should do is to be able to meditate in the middle of Times Square or Piccadilly Circus, or a busy Indian market. You should just be able to stop your mind and be and observe. As soon as you come into an observational space, you are meditating. As soon as there's no thoughts, you are meditating. Now, when you're starting out meditating, it can be quite difficult because the mind chatters like crazy. It starts to talk about what you're going to do later, what you didn't do yesterday, what you should have done this morning, that argument that you had, what you didn't say to this person, the business meeting that didn't go too well, what you're going to have for dinner tomorrow evening with your friends when you go to your favorite restaurant. All of this sort of stuff. What you want to do when you're starting meditating is give yourself some focus and take away all of your senses. Take all of your senses out of the equation in terms of your 3D reality. So you can wear an eye mask, or you can close your eyes to take out your vision, your sight. You can put earphones in so that you're not hearing all of those extra noises, only the ones that are coming through the headphones, the music, the voice, if it's guided meditation. There is no extra stimulus. You're in an environment where there's no other people. So no one is going to move something or even be in the space so you can feel their energy, because you do feel people's energies when you're in the space with them. When you're starting out, you want to get into a dark room, a quiet room, and you want to immerse yourself in the experience. And once you get used to the fact that your mind isn't chattering anymore, or it's chattering but you're just observing it and it's not having any effect on you, you go to that space where it's completely empty. That is the trick. That is the aim. You go to that space of darkness, of complete void, of complete blackness, where it's totally empty of everything. That place of nothing, that place of no thing. No emotion, no voice, no thoughts, no nothing. No body. You're just complete empty space. Now, to get to that takes a little bit of practice with most people. Some people go there real quick. We've ran so many workshops for thousands of people, and I know that some people can access it quickly. I know that most people, it takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of dedication. But with dedication, discipline and effort, everybody can access it. Now, when you're starting out, you want to kind of block out your whole environment. Go into the darkness. This also activates your melatonin levels. When you start to bring breath work in, which we're not going to cover in this video, but when you bring breath work in, you're in complete darkness and silence, and the pineal gland is being activated whilst you're going through a meditative experience. Mind-blowing experiences take place, geometrically, visually. Your spirit, your soul activates in a unique fashion, and you go on some incredible journeys. You should check out our meditation library if you want to go on some of those incredible journeys. But that's a whole other story. If you're at, say, a more intermediate or an advanced level of meditation, one thing I recommend is meditating with your eyes open. Even standing, meditating with your eyes open. By gosh, it's a phenomenal experience. Once you get to that space where you can shut down your brain in one way in terms of your 3D reality, what you see, you don't really see it even though your eyes are open. It's just color and pictures and images. There's no thoughts inside of your mind. The noises that you hear in your environment, such as a bird or a car or a plane going over or someone dropping something, or you hear whispers of voices, whatever it is, when you can use those noises to go deeper into them, you can have the most amazing experience. A lot of people, when they heal, they're tapping into parallel realities, past lives, other dimensional spaces, other frequency bands to get knowledge or to tap in to information streams that they can use to create healing in the now space for the human being they're working with. When people go into these healing spaces, most people will do it with their eyes closed. Sometimes I do it with my eyes closed, but most of the time you'll see me with my eyes open. When my eyes are open, I go into this altered state where I'm connecting with a world beyond this physical form. So over there to my left now is the wall of a house. When I'm in this altered state, I don't see the wall of the house. I'm in a different field of information with my eyes open. And again, this takes a little bit of practice to get used to. I always say this to people: if you want to access the spirit world, if you want to access the world of geometry and information, you've got to be like a fisherman. You've got to cast your rod out and then be patient. You can't look for the fish. You can't wiggle your rod around in the water because the fish are going to shit themselves and swim away. You've got to be patient, settle down, accept that you're in this space, and let the fish come to the bait. They'll get curious, they'll bite onto it. You can reel your fishing line back in. You've got a fish, you can go home and eat or feed your family. If I drop into an altered state of consciousness and I see a vision, it could be a wall, a partial wall. If I turn to look at that wall, most of the time it's going to disappear. But if I'm patient and allow that wall to be in my peripheral vision, the wall will expand into a whole vision. It will become a whole wall, and then a castle, and then you'll see a tank, and then you'll see a forest, and then you'll see people, and then you'll see a doorway, then you can walk through the doorway, then you can start exploring. But if you start looking for information, it will disappear. You've got to allow the information to come to you, and it will come so fast because it's already there. You've just got to break that illusory veil and step into that altered frequency space. The same in meditation. You're meditating with your eyes open, stood up. Could be a 3-hour meditation. You are having the most magical geometrical experiences. Your pineal gland, once it's trained, once your brain is trained in the right way, you can capture any piece of information throughout all time and space, past, present and future, where it all exists now, because there is no future, there is no past. It's all in this quantum now space. It's accessible to every human being on this planet. Every piece of information that has ever existed and will ever exist and does exist right now is accessible right now. So what I'm suggesting is this. When you're starting out meditating, meditate with your eyes closed, in a dark space, shut yourself out. When you get a bit further down the line and your mind is quiet and you're having amazing quantum, mystical, magical experiences, start to experiment with your eyes open. Come out into the sunshine and meditate. You could just do your own meditation where you go into a quiet space, or you could be listening to something. One of my meditations, someone else's meditations. It could just be a piece of music that you're meditating to. I suggest meditating in the early hours of the morning if you want to have a really deep experience and journey. Meditating in the morning, in the early hours between 3, 4, 5 o'clock, your melatonin levels are optimum. It's a great place to do deep journeying. So I highly recommend, if you want to go real deep and do something very specific, like creating a new world, a new universe, a new reality, then that is the time to do it. But you don't have to do that to access the spirit world, and you don't have to do that to meditate and get the full benefits. You can meditate anywhere, anytime, any place, on your own, with other people, with your eyes open or closed, and still have profound experiences. I know this because I've experienced it myself, and I've seen many people from different countries, different walks of life, different ages, different ethnicities, different experiences with meditation, have all had profound experiences. Eyes open, eyes closed, stood up, sat down, laid, all different positions, eyes open or closed. It really doesn't matter once you know what you're doing and you know how to access those other levels. But start off by submerging yourself, immersing yourself, and then once you become more experienced, you can go from there. You are amazing. This is just a very brief insight into eyes open and closed. You can get much more information at our website, starmagichealing.com. Check out our infinity section. You are amazing, beautiful soul, and I love you unconditionally. With my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. You came here to shine, you came here to be powerful, so go out and be powerful. And I'll see you again real soon, in the physical or in the ether, guaranteed. You're amazing. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and share. If you're watching it on Facebook, like it and share it. Let's share these positive messages with our sisters and brothers of Earth. We're a family, we're a tribe. Let's elevate together. One love, one heart, one human family. That's what we are. You included, me included, all of us, we. Peace out, beautiful soul.